incredible chemistry experiment you're about to do. So you put the beaker under the mushroom, you get the zombie to swipe you gently. So put that in your gun, but that's just step number one. Then you suck out, you then suck the new thing that you need, which is just really a nitrogen tank or something like that. I'm kind of a little bit of what you'd call a pansy. Yeah, it's on. Okay. Welcome everybody to Trending Trends Trend with Benjaja. I'm Benjaja. You are you. Welcome to the show where we go and check out everything that's trending on YouTube. We hang out, we look at things, we talk about things, we think about things, we make jokes about things, and we have a whole gosh darn lot of fun. Thank you for coming to this channel and clicking on this video. You didn't have to do that, but you did. Now that you're here, you're getting to meet this guy, and we're going to get to hang out. So go ahead and like, comment, subscribe onto this channel. If you could just click the subscribe button now, we could do it together. Just here, we just take our mouse and then we go like this. We go up and we hit that subscribe. Great. You jumping into my channel really helps me out. I'm a comedian. I do stand-up comedy, live performances, and then I also have a production company, and I just want to make people laugh. If we're laughing, we're not suffering, right? When we're suffering, we can't laugh. When we're laughing, we can't suffer. So I want to make more of the laughter stuff over in that category. So help me out. The best way you can do that is just by subscribing to the channel and giving me a like and hanging out for a little bit and having a good time. I do this every day. I take one day off a week, but I do this every day. So if you like hanging out, well then, you know where I'll be. So today we're doing Cold War Zombies Full Die Machine Easter Egg Guide Tutorial. We're gonna watch that video. I scare very easily. I'm kind of a little bit of what you'd call a pansy. So we're gonna watch this video and here we go. Stay for the end of the video because at the very end I'll rate the video that we're watching today with some kind of rating system that I've really spent a lot of time developing. It's just a phone.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the D.I.E Machine Easter Egg Guide. This is the most easy, concise, just simple Easter egg guide that I can make for this map with everything included. This is the entire map. Everything you need to know is included in this video. We just got first in the world for the Easter egg today, which I'm so excited about, and I'm excited for you guys to get your first completion as well. So without further ado, let's get into step one. So the first step is to get your free D.I.E weapon, and from there on, you can go on to upgrading it. But in order to go ahead and get this free D.I.E weapon, you do have to actually turn on the power and build the pack-a-punch machine in the dark ether. Now, once you do both of these things, in the next following rounds, there's going to be this radioactive zombie that spawns. You obviously kill him the first time. He splits into two different parts. You kill the first part, and then the second part that you actually kill, he is going to drop a golden key card. This is a special item that is going to go into your inventory and stay there for the rest of the game. You're going to pick up that key card, and once you have that key card, you can immediately go down to the weapons lab. Now, once you are in the weapons lab, you're going to go ahead and go up to this drawer that is blinking with the red light. Is going to allow you to insert that key card, and once you do that, you'll be able to pull out that D.I.E remote control. Now, this remote control is actually going to allow you to activate a D.I.E that is stuck inside of Noctur on Totem inside of this door, and it's basically going to act as a mini trap, and you have to get a certain number of kills in here. So to do this as best as possible, again, try to get power on as early round as possible, build pack-a-punch as early as possible, kill that thing as early as possible, train up a bunch of zombies, turn on this trap, and as you can see, it will start sucking up those zombies into that D.I.E shockwave gun. Now, once it has actually absorbed enough souls, keep in mind this is kind of dangerous. It won't absorb every single soul that walks by, but whenever it does actually absorb enough, make sure you go over and you're going to be able to remote control it again to discharge it, and it's going to blow that door straight off of there, and there's going to be a skeleton in there holding the D.I.E shockwave, the base rarity of this gun, just the straight up wonder weapon that you can also get out of the box, but this is how you get it for free. So now that you have it for free, you can go ahead and start upgrading it. After getting your free D.I.E shockwave, you need to get started on 2 of the 4 wonder weapon upgrade quests because they are required for a later step in the Easter egg, and you can do them immediately. The other 2 we're gonna have to wait a little bit for, but we will do that when the time comes. So the first one is very easy. First step to upgrade the first one is to just shoot the wooden box off the top of Noctur on Totem. It will fall down and reveal a empty flask. Now, you need to get one of the boss zombies to shoot you and hit this mushroom on the tree. So just stand right next to this mushroom on the tree. If done correctly, the zombie will shoot it. You will hear a character quote in your radio talking about how there's a weird interaction or a weird chemical compound that is being formed there. And if you've done that correctly, you can place the vial that you just picked up underneath, and it will start collecting the stuff dripping off of this chemical reaction to the glowing purple mushroom. And after a little bit of time, I just killed my zombie. I didn't have to, in the round, I didn't have to do anything like that. I just killed the boss zombie, picked up the key card from him, and you can run over and pick up that full flask, and that is the entire upgrade complete for the first one. Head down to the med bay, melt the chains off of this little box, and you will have your first of 4 upgrades. This is the first of 4 that you will need for a later step of the Easter egg, and it can be done right away. And
okay, this is my first time, like, with any of this Cold War, Call of Duty. How do people figure this stuff out? Like, seriously, how in anybody's sane mind, how do you have the time to figure out that you have to get the mushroom fungus on the tree to be hit by a zombie to then melt into a flask that you picked up? Like, how does somebody just like, you know what I should do? I should wait by the tree until a zombie shoots me, but I saw that flask, and what if I put the flask underneath the mushroom fungus? Like, how do you even think to do that? That's so amazing. I can't even... Is it just time spent? Do they have ins with the developers of the game? Like, seriously, do you know how people figure this stuff out? Have you figured this stuff out? Can you write in the comments and help me out a little bit about what it is that's happening? I know that they're getting like a really good gun and they're upgrading it. Like, I'm not, you know, I'm not a complete pansy. No, I'm a Okay. We keep it going.
With a lot of the steps, so I recommend doing it first. Now that you have your first upgrade, you can go ahead and work on the second one. Again, this doesn't have to be in this exact order. You can do this upgrade first if you would like to, but go ahead. Get the base version of the D.I.E Shockwave again, and go over and use the suction technique to pull this vial, this empty canister off of the wall, and you're going to go ahead and take it down to where Deadshot Daiquiri is, and you're going to place it into this little corner. When you place it in that corner, it is now ready to absorb the gas, so you need to have a plague hound jump at you, and then when it's in that corner, you need to go ahead and kill it, and this canister will absorb all of the gas from this plague hound.
What?
And you can go ahead and pick it up off the wall and take it over to the spawn area, and it will allow you to get your second wonder weapon upgrade. Again, a very, very easy one. You just need to have that plague hound spawn, put it right there, and then you can just shoot it with any weapon. It will explode and melt all of the vines off of there, and you will be able to grab your second wonder weapon upgrade. Super, super easy, and let's get on to the first step of the actual Easter egg now. So for the first step, you need to go ahead and enter into the dark ether, and whenever you enter into the dark...
Wait. First step? I feel like we're on step 74 right now. What do you mean this is the first step? You just did like a bunch of steps. Are we doing different steps to different things? Help me out. And I believe Major Carver was on the line trying to call you. I don't know if you were supposed to take that phone call, but Major Carver always has something good to say. Right? I mean, right.
Ether after building Pack-a-Punch. In one of the 3 following locations, there will be a part that spawns. These parts spawn one at a time, one after another, and you might have to go back into the dark ether multiple times by killing more zombies and progressing more rounds to get another portal to spawn. But this is the second spawn location right here. The first one is by the crash site. The second one is right here next to power. You're going to go ahead and pick that one up. Or if it didn't spawn there, it will be all the way over in spawn. Right here, glowing. They're super, super easy to see. But again, these parts will only spawn one at a time. And after picking it up, you might run out of time in the dark ether, or it might directly send you out. So just keep on looking for them until you get all 3. And once you get all 3, you're going to go back to the normal mode, and you're going to build on this buildable table the ether scope. And this is going to allow you to progress to the second step of the Easter egg, which we are going to get into right now. So for step number 2, you need to kill some more zombies, progress the rounds until you get another dark ether portal, enter into the dark ether, and then go to the computer and collect the diary on the second floor right above Speed Cola. When you collect this diary, you're going to go directly underneath, and the ether scope is going to allow you to summon this ghost. You're going to give him his diary, so you need to hold square once to summon him, hold square a second time to give him his diary, and he will start talking. It'll be like a little mini cutscene. You'll still have to survive. You don't have to stand next to him or anything like that. And once he finishes talking, he will disappear. Now, at this point, you need to go back into the dark ether again, or if you have enough time, you can do 2 in one go. It just kind of depends. You basically just need to keep going back into the dark ether and then go to the second spectral location, which is right here in the trial room. So go ahead and same exact thing, summon him with the first click, give him his diary with the second click, and he will go through another speech. Now, at this point, you need to go back into the dark ether again once.
The ghost has like a microphone. I don't know if you noticed it, but the ghost is like doing a solid 7-minute set like in Ghostland, in Dreamland. So basically, here's what I got so far. I have a what's it called, a photographic memory, so I can memorize anything that I just see in a video. I can memorize all of it. So let me just catch you up. If you're just joining us here at the 10-minute mark, this is the catch up. All right. So basically, you're gonna like spawn in like what looks like Germany or Venice combined, a lot of graffiti, and you're gonna be running around. There's gonna be zombies that are gonna be chasing you. You don't have to kill them. They're allowed to just chase you. They do very minimal damage. It seems like they kind of, if anything, just kind of throw an arm at you, which you can kind of gently push away. So you get very little damage, but you really don't have to kill them from what I've noticed. You can just let them chase you the entire time. Second thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna go find this room, and in that room that you can't get into, there's gonna be a thing in there that's super important. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go get this other thing that's gonna be like spawning, and then you're gonna grab that thing, go to the room, put the thing in the room. It's gonna like suck zombies into its red stare of death like Homelander, and then all of a sudden, once that's done, you then explode that thing that you put there, and then you're going to be able to grab that thing from a skeleton. Then you've got the thing. After that, you're not done. You've just started. Then you need to go find a mushroom on a tree, and that mushroom, you're going to want to just make sure that that mushroom is a nice edible fungus that you can get a zombie to come hit you nearby, so then it starts dripping. I forgot to mention, you got to go get a beaker. The beaker is going to be on a roof because of all the destruction and all the things that broke. This beaker has not broke. It's a nice beaker that's been cleaned that can be used for this very incredible chemistry experiment you're about to do. So you put the beaker under the mushroom, you get the zombie to swipe you gently, it glances off your neck, it gets then the juices of the fungus in the thing. You then go get that thing, you go put that in your gun, but that's just step number one, because then you got to go get this other thing, but you got to change your gun so that it sucks things at you. So then you suck out, you then suck the new thing that you need, which is just really a nitrogen tank or something like that, which then you go put on another box, and then you blow that box up. I forgot to mention, you need to take the fungus juice and pour it on chains on another box that was wrapped up in chains. And you can't just like cut the chains, you can't just like shoot the chains and break them off. You have to like melt them off in this very specific way. Then you're gonna go and go through portals, different portals. You're gonna go through dark ether, light ether, different kinds of ether. You're gonna see some ghosts doing some stand-up comedy, and you're gonna be like, that's great. And they're gonna do another set, a second set by the ghosts. They did like their first like minute and a half, and you're like, that was a decent stand-up set, so why don't you go just do another one? So then the the ghost has got a microphone, so he's performing, and then you still run around, but you're not done because you haven't made your Wonder Woman machine yet. You did assemble something on a table, a scope, but that's not it. We keep going.
Is completed, and you will go ahead and head down to right where you actually built the ether scope, and there will be another spot for him to actually be summoned, and then you need to do the same exact thing, give him his diary. It will be kind of like a little finicky thing that you have to find the spot where you can actually give it to him, but you can give him his diary. He will go through a third and final.
Give the comedian ghost his diary, for fuck's sake. He needs it to perform. All of his jokes are in his diary. He can't do anything in Ghostland if he doesn't have his diary.
Speech, and then you will now have the computer password, because basically for each one of these speeches, he is writing one letter onto the diary. So head over to the computer, you will now have the password, and you will enter it into the computer, and you'll get a bunch of character quotes and everything like that, telling you that the password's received and you're ready to go on to the next step. After you enter in the password on the computer, it makes the other two upgrades available for the Wonder Weapon, which you need to do immediately. The first of which will spawn a specialty portal. This is the only portal that this will work in. Underneath the Pack-a-Punch area, this portal only spawns here for the Wonder Weapon upgrade. If you enter through a normal Dark Ether portal, it will not work. You need to enter in through the correct portal. So enter through that portal, and if you have entered through the correct portal, you will see this glowing crystal that you can actually suck up and get a supercharged die shot. So once you do that, head right next to where you actually just entered through that portal, and you're going to shoot this little case on the side, and one of the three lights will actually light up. Once you do that, you can go ahead and head back out onto the surface, head to the top of Nocturne Totem, and sure enough, you can supercharge your die just like that. So go ahead and shoot that box once again. That is 2 out of the 3 lights on, and at this point, I actually ran out of time. It teleported me back into the normal world, and again, just get more kills, go through rounds, and eventually that portal will spawn back in. Usually, it's not very long at all. So very next round, I went back in, I sucked up that one little crystal on the side, and this is my 3rd supercharged shot. You don't have to do this all in one go. You don't have to do it in one portal entry, but obviously you can if you are fast enough. So suck it up, shoot it at that box. If you shoot all 3 of them into into there, you will get the D.I.E Electro Bolt, which will be the electric upgrade for the Die, a super, super cool one, and one that is very, very powerful. But without further ado, let's go ahead and move on to the next upgrade. For the fourth and final upgrade, you need to take each one of the fast travel systems in the Dark Ether once. There's one underneath right next to this fuse box that I'm shooting, which is the thing you need to do after you take all three of these fast travel systems. There is one in Nocturne Tone that leads to the Wonder Weapon room, and there's one in that pond area if I had kept running past the portal. But once you get that portal to spawn in right there, once you have taken all three fast travel systems, that portal will spawn in that exact spot. And once that portal spawns in, you need to go ahead and grab the fuse from that spot. You'll be able to grab the fuse early if you'd like to, but this will only spawn if you get the portal from the pond area. And again, to do that, go through each one of the fast travel systems once. This will spawn in if you have done that and if you have entered through the correct portal. It's kind of hard to do because you have to kind of time it properly, but once that portal spawns there, you know you are good to go and that you can go in, put the laser cutter in there, insert the fuse, and you'll be able to get the fire upgrade. And once you have the fire upgrade, you're on to the next step. The computer will say that it now needs more power, and you need to have all four Wonder Weapons built at this point. You can have one player do this if you're doing solo, or you can have each player holding one of the Wonder Weapons. But each one of these four things reacts to one of the Wonder Weapons and will actually move and flip up and go into a different position after being shot with the Wonder Weapon. So once again, get all four Wonder Weapons, shoot the correct dial, it will move up to the top, and once you do this, it will be ready for the next step in the Easter egg. So as you can see, after the fourth one goes, I get a character quote, and then we are moving on to going back into the Dark Ether once again. So find that Ether portal, kill the zombies to open it back up if it's not there, and head back into the Ether. And then at the top floor, right next to where you shot this thing, there will be another little cutscene that you can watch here, and it will tell the story of two soldiers and how they stole this item. Now, your job is to get this item back, and I'll show you guys how to do that right now. So after you finish these characters' cutscene, you will actually be exited out from the Dark Ether automatically, and there will be a Dark Ether wrench sitting where they were just speaking. So go ahead and pick up that Dark Ether wrench, and you're going to head over to the spawn where there's going to be an option to bang on the tank in the spawn. So you're going to go ahead and do that multiple times until a zombie pops out of the little hatch. Now, once the zombie pops out of the hatch, you can kill him with whatever weapon you want to. It doesn't matter what weapon. And then after that, you need to go over to the crafting table and craft a Simtex. And you need to stick this Simtex to the very top of the tank lid, just as you see me do, and the tank, if done correctly, will fire a bullet at the tree in which this little item that they stole has been hiding in. Run over to where this tank shot this item out of the tree, pick up the item, and a ton of dogs will spawn in, so be careful during this part because you're kind of defenseless when you're actually carrying this thing. But you're going to carry it back down to where you actually picked up the Dark Ether wrench right above Speed Cola, and you're going to insert it into this machine, and it will actually tell you that it is now awaiting a subject. You will get some quotes about it needing a subject to actually be processed and worked, and this is where you need to wait for one of the radioactive boss zombies to spawn in. So after a round or two, the boss zombie will spawn. It took about 2 rounds in our game for him to spawn. It's just kind of on a cycle when he spawns and when he does it. But whenever he does, you need to lead him over to this room, and you need to go ahead and kill his first form so he splits into the 2 halves. You can do this anywhere on the map, but we found it was much, much easier if we just split both of his halves directly over where he actually needs to be. So once his halves actually walk underneath this, they will be automatically sucked up into this machine, and then every single player on your team needs to head to this little observation room, and if every single player is in there, you'll get the option to turn on the computer, and he will basically be reformed into one person that can speak. He's a human being again, and he will tell you that he is scared and he's in pain, all that stuff, and he will actually run away into the power room, and all the lights will shut off in the power room. Just a side note, as soon as the doors open, a ton of dogs and a ton of boss zombies will spawn, so just run away, kill them all at your own pace. Don't stay in this room like we did, just get out of there, kill them at your own pace, and then you're on to the next step. So now we are on to the last step, and forewarning, this step is no going back. After you do this step, you are going to the boss fight, whether you are ready or not. So buy perks before doing this, get ready, get pack-a-punch weapons, get your wonder weapons, everything like that ready to go, and then once you are ready, go into the Dark Ether mode and win.
Okay, during this ad for Xbox, I just don't understand how some people can figure this stuff out. I mean, it feels like just that one part where you had to go to the tank and you had to hit the tank with the ether wrench 3 times. Like, there's multiple tanks. How do you know to just hit it not just once with a dark ether wrench, but then 3 times? And then all of a sudden a zombie's like, oh, I was just chilling in here. You knocked twice. I wasn't going to answer. You knocked the 3rd time. Now I need to say, what's up? Then you kill the zombie with any gun, but then you go to that same tank and then you put a grenade on it, and then you know it's like, oh, because if I put a grenade on that tank, then I know it's going to fire at a tree. It's like, how would you know that stuff? It's like the Joker in Batman The Dark Knight. It's like, not all of this stuff can't happen the way that you're planning it. Like, it's kind of just super random. All right, here we go.
When you are in the dark ether mode, go to the corner of Nocturne and you will get more storyline about this guy talking, and then after exiting the dark ether, it will kick you back out and you will be able to pick up this family photo. Now, whenever you pick up this photo, you are going to the boss fight. No going back, you are going. So let's talk about the boss fight and how to beat it. So once you pick up this picture that he drops, you will be instantly teleported to the Pack-a-Punch room and locked in here. He will now be friendly. He will be a blue health bar signifying he will not hurt you. And then he will say he wants to shut down the particle accelerator. Now, at this point, the boss fight begins. This boss fight consists of a few zombie spawns, a few dog spawns, a few heavy zombie spawns, and a ton of boss zombies. You get tons of red Megaton bombers, which, again, haven't really been important in this Easter egg. They're just there to kill you, and there's a lot of them. And not only that in this boss fight, but they can split into Megaton bombers. So you get, I mean, it is a lot of boss zombies. And here is my number one tip. Everybody who has a wonder weapon should be just killing boss zombies. These things will overrun you very, very quickly if you're not taking them out quickly. So just spray them, light into them. Literally do not take your finger off the trigger until every single one of them is dead, because every single time you kill a boss zombie, it drops ammo. So you not only have a hugely powerful wonder weapon, that's not even a word, hugely powerful wonder weapon, you need to go ahead and use your ammo sparingly because you pick up more ammo for it just by killing the bosses. So you want to chain your ammo from boss to boss to boss, running over where you kill them, and then if you actually run out of ammo, you can actually buy more for 10,000 points on the bottom floor. There's an ammo wall buy, which will basically allow you to fill up your ammo for your wonder weapon. Basically, 3 of your players need to be doing this, realistically. 3 of your players need to be absolutely just killing boss zombies, and then 1 player needs to be protecting the guy as he's doing 3 different locations. There are 3 different spots he will run to. Each one you need to protect him in that spot. Make sure you don't let him take too much damage. He will stop what he's doing, and I'm pretty sure if you let him get hit too much, you will actually fail the boss fight and you will lose. So, make sure you're protecting him. Make sure you're killing the bosses as quickly as possible. Everyone with a wonder weapon should be focusing him, and that is basically the boss fight. You'll do this 3 different times. The screen will go white. It's very easy if you keep control of the bosses, and once this is done, the facility will start to break apart. So, here is the route that I will tell you to take that I took. It is a super, super easy one. You have a 1 minute and 30-second timer to actually get to the helicopter before you basically lose. I think you just insta-die. But the main thing you need to know about this is don't panic. Just avoid the electricity beams. Kill the zombies. Throw monkeys if you have them. Use your ether shrouds. Use any field upgrades that you can. And avoid the electricity because, again, if you step inside of it, you will die instantly. Only 1 player in your squad needs to survive all the way to the chopper. It's really, really easy. Take your time. Avoid the electricity beams. The chopper will land once you get close, and you hold square, and you have completed the Easter egg. Unfortunately, there is no cutscene for this Easter egg, which is a little disappointing, but hopefully for DLC 1, we definitely get one. And I just have such high hopes for this game because this is by far the most fun it's ever been just to kill zombies, just to play the game. I absolutely love this map, and I cannot wait for more. Really cool exit scene as you fly on out, and that is it for the Easter egg. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please leave a like, subscribe for more content because we got a lot more coming, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Wow. Thank you for staying here at this video with me. If you are still here, that's freaking awesome. My rating for that video, I'm going to give it a rating of, yeah, that was some video game stuff. That's my rating, yeah, okay. Wow, very, very complicated stuff going on in video games. I'm going to learn everything I can about video games, and I'm going to become El Mastro. Thank you so much for coming to Trending Trends Trend with Benjaja. That's me. If you're still here, go ahead and just subscribe. That really helps me out. It's easy to do, and it's going to make me super happy. Yeah. So if you want to help make me happy, well, then you just got to go and subscribe to the channel. All right, thank you so much. Remember, when things in life feel like they're not going to get any better, just know they always get better. Stay good. Ben Force out. And now this awkward thing that I do that I have to just turn everything off.